for this type of person. Okay, if you want to read what I would say is the most ancient historical roots of these folk, read Diodorus Siculus's account of the Gauls and their kings and how, even though they had beautiful women, they preferred young boys.
So a Fasces and a Fasci is the same thing?
Say what?
Fasci hole.
Fasci and Fasci is the same thing?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. It's like a fact. And so if you want to say, all right, Ross Ben, you're taking this a little too far. All right, well, let's continue deciphering it. All right. The pose he's in is called contrapposto. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But that's basically Italian for counterpoise, right? And this counterpoise stance in class, and all this can research, man. Don't believe me on none of this, okay? Please do your research and you follow up on this. Don't believe me, okay? Counterpoise in classical symbolism is code for androgyny or bisexuality. Prior to the use of contrapposta, classical art depictions were strictly choros or chore, male or female. Once contrapposta was introduced, you find both male and female in the same like off-centered gait, right? That in men is supposed to be like, I guess what would translate best into like a metrosexual type style, because the thing was too, it was associated with like dapperness, particularly in the time period that these statues were created. But it was just code for bisexuality, right? So now, are they saying in these prominent statues of George Washington that he was bisexual? Yeah, because if you know the historical context of this statue, that it was formed. First off, you got to know Thomas Jefferson and George Washington had beef. And to know the roots of their beef, you could watch the latest video that Blue you had started talking about America's first pandemic, where this yellow fever pandemic of Philly in 1783. It's important. It's the paradigm. It's the key to really knowing the playbook. It's the playbook that they running right now, down to the riots, the pandemic, even the key players of China and the pharmaceutical industry and all. It's all the roots of it have all played out already in Philadelphia, in the Philadelphia pandemic of 1793. So check that out, right?
That video is epic.
Oh, give thanks, Star. But Jefferson had beef with Washington. And basically, Jefferson wanted to go to war. Washington wanted to remain neutral. And so, he basically wanted to call him a pussy. He basically wanted to call him a faggot. He basically wanted to, say you soft. So Jefferson is the one who commissioned these statues. And that is what it's saying, that you are, you were a soft faggot. So now, to even compound it, and this is what I'm saying, when we accurately decode these things and give them the proper historical context, my feeling is they're going to remove them themselves. Because, like, let's say, all right, let's just take that as the lens to study what they say about George Washington. We know he cut down the cherry tree and all that farcical stuff, right? Talking about taking over the Moorish Dominion. And we hear that, but like, how was his like day-to-day behavior? We knew he had a wife, Martha, right? But the reality is he married Martha for her money. Martha was the wealthiest widow in Virginia when my man was coming up. Washington came up with Martha, but they ain't really bang. They ain't spend a lot of time together. Who did Washington spend most of his time with? His manservant named Billy Lee. Okay? And Billy Lee was the only enslaved Washington owned that upon his death was freed. All the rest, their ownership was transferred over to Martha. But Billy Lee, he freed immediately. Okay? And this man went everywhere with Washington. He was in all his battles during the Revolutionary War. He was in everywhere he was in the presidency. He was just everywhere this man was. And he was Washington's valet or manservant. And when you look up, well, what were some of the things he did? You know, he brushed Washington's long hair and tied it behind his head. He was his chamberman. Now, you know, like I said, this was the only man, only person out of all Washington had title over. Only one freed upon his death out of 124. He was given a $30 pension a year for the rest of his life, and he was allowed to live his days out on Mount Vernon. I'm going to just let y'all do the math on that. But to me, it's easy mathematics, you know, particularly in light of this statue. So my question to you is this. Would they want this? Let's say some dude is taking his family on a tour of Mount Vernon, and he's like, yeah, you know, Bart, Mount Vernon, da-da-da-da-da, and then Bart pulls up on Twitter or IG like, yo, look at this clip showing that for real, George Washington was gay, and then boop, 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 showing all the facts. Would they want that to be common knowledge? No. So more than likely, if a critical mass of this proper decipherment built, some pretext would be created for these statues to be removed. Okay? Since we're talking about Washington, let's do one more. We're going to do one more, and then we free with the reasoning. This one right here is the apotheosis of Washington, or Washington becoming a god. That's what apotheosis means, right? Apotheosis means becoming a god. So this is a statue of Washington ascending into heaven as Hercules, okay? You find this depiction of Washington in a couple of places. This statue's replicated in a couple of places throughout the U.S. The most significant, I would think, is in the dome of the Capitol. You know how there's a big painting that in the dome of the Capitol. That is
mimicking Michelangelo. Yes.
That is the pose that Washington is depicted in, you know, him ascending into heaven as a god, right?
Yes.
Well, the thing is, the Greek Hercules is the Babylonian Marduk and the biblical Baal. It's that, you know, child-eating Luciferian satanic energy that many, like, that's just going forward to what I say, and the cabal ain't gonna rest the cabal, you know, and how, you know, it's like coming out that the government of the United States seems in some way implicated with this pederasty and pedophilia, you know. This is the roots of it, okay? This is the roots of it. It goes back to worshiping George Washington as Hercules, but you know, we got this image of Hercules like this heroic Greek god. You think of Eddie, we think, you say Hercules, in our minds, what's been programmed the most? Eddie Murphy, Hercules, and what was that? Nutty Professor, right? But Hercules, if you correspond him, he is, yeah, man, he's the child eater. He's the blood drinker. He's, he's this beast that we're fighting, right? So if we get a critical mass of awareness around this, come on, man. And that leads me to a question I think we have to meditate on, like, what are we really witnessing? And I asked Red this, because I'll be honest, this thing didn't have my attention. And that's why I want to hear y'all thoughts on it. Someone who it was on your radar, But like I said, if we decode these things properly, they're going to tear it down themselves. Is this what we're witnessing? Is this what we're witnessing? Because it seems like out of the 6, I did my RAS search. 60 have come down since July 4th. 32 were because, ones was tearing them down. But 30 was directly by Babylon's own hand, like them just saying, yeah, we're going to take this down. We're going to take this down. So, thanks to y'all, Free Your Mound has been hot and popping, man. I'm mailing that thing out on the regular. You understand what I'm saying? The mounds is activated. Ones is decoding these things. Are we getting the critical mass of awareness needed where they're like, you know what? Let's just take them down before they even know what spell we put on them. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. Also, we, a lot with the Floyd thing seems sponsored. I don't know how much of the statue thing is sponsored either. I don't know, but it's worth asking. And my feeling is we're seeing a mix of all dynamics. You know what I mean? 2020 is a both and year, so there might have been, because I know Red, you said that you seen some footage where it touched your spirit. It sparked like, ancestors welled up in the people and freed that mound where, if we study real hard and look at the faces and look who's doing the thing, it might be like that that AutoZone that got smashed that set off the rioting. You know what I mean? So I really don't know. I'll be honest, I ain't been studying. We started what I've been focused on. I'm ready to change the timeline completely. I'm ready to just throw a whole fucking new monkey wrench into their equation,
I feel that you are.
But
I feel that we witnessing, we in the throes of everything.
Yeah, but I definitely felt we did have to reason on this thing. And I would say, just like my message is, chess, not checkers.
Definitely.
I think if you want to free your mound, the best way is first, identify it and be present there, okay? Because then it's a mutual activation. It's going to activate you, and you're going to reawaken your ancestors that are in there. Honor your ancestors. We can synchronize on the full moon type jaunts, when we doing our meditations with the harmonic convergence. We should be on the mounds. You should be I'm gonna be at the art museum or some significant mound complex out up here, with my power pieces. Like I say, if all your crystals, or whatever you got, if this ain't the time to do it, I don't know when it'll be. And we should be doing them on the mounds. That right there goes a long way. You can, if you get free your mound, there's examples set in Richmond where they found an indigenous burial ground that was on a mound. They reclaimed it. They built a tekken. They built an obelisk there, erected an obelisk. They meet there regularly and give ashe and libation. So now it's mutual activation, The one of them, that's one of the sisters who helped me pull together Free Your Mound. You know, she was my boots on the ground in Richmond.
Facts.
Sister Monica,
Indeed.
Afro City. So, you know, these are the works I say. Decoding, break the spell, man. Once you really start decoding these things and saying what it is, they don't really want people. They want people stupefied so they don't know what they're looking at. Because basically, a lot of these statues are their confessions.
Right.
Because to manipulate the law of free will, they got to tell you what you doing, what they doing.
Fact.
And you got to imply your consent by not speaking out against it. So you pass these statues every day, don't pay attention, you're implying consent.
Right.
So once you can articulate it and the spell is broken, right? They're gonna take it down, and they can't fuck with you neither unless you have taken an oath to uphold that secret. And if you haven't taken no oath through mutual consecration, the consequential wrath that'll come upon them by attempting to fuck with you just because you speak in their truth on their magic, it'll undo their magic quicker, so they're not gonna fuck with you. So don't worry about it. You're not doing nothing wrong decoding the statues. You start toppling this shit down. Yeah, Trump already told you yesterday he's gonna put you on a terrorist list. We probably on it already, but why give them provocation to fuck with you over some low-hanging fruit?
Exactly.
I'm running turtle pace on this thing. You know? I'm not running like a rabbit. I'm running the turtle pace. Slow but steady, but I'm gonna be at that finish line. You know? So this is how we gotta think, you know? Chess, not checkers.
Definitely.
Let me say something real quick about symbolism, and I'm hearing feedback.
I'm a mute. I said my thing, you know. I'm a mute.
When we talk about symbolism, right, and the fact that these particular figures or these symbols or these presidents, for that matter, represent the currency. And we know that when we look at the pandemic, we know that when we look at George Floyd, it all is dealing with the impending global reset for the currency. We know that the currency is not backed by anything but the faith of the people, right? And the labor of the people. We know that the labor situation is in crisis, and we see that the faith of the people are dwindling. So when people wake up to the true nature of these quote unquote dead presidents that are the amplification of the money, of the currency, of the legal tender or what have you, I feel that also is going to lead to the eventual collapse of the currency come fall, because the people are losing the faith in the motifs and the symbols that represent that current as well. And we've never really seen a unilateral pushback on these quote unquote dead presidents. You dig what I'm saying? I mean, that's how I see it from a cosmic standpoint, knowing that the global reset is coming and cash is going out of the window. Also see when people lose faith in these particular motifs, they're also lessening the power of the dollar.
Indeed. I feel the same way. I feel the symbology of the toppling, the symbology of what we see being awakened in the minds of the people is the fact that they are toppling the ideas, and they're toppling the concepts, and they're toppling the myth of George Washington, the myth of, like you said, walking by Robert E. Lee and Jeff, and Andrew Jackson. They say they took down to Aleister Crowley. They took down to Andrew Pike.
They took a Columbus down last night.
They took a Columbus down, right? And the way that this whole thing is set up this year, and the impact that your book had on my mind. Look, somebody was asking what this is. This is Free Your Mound, and Your Mind Will Follow. This is a book that is written and authored by the brother RAS, who you just heard speaking. Okay, this book right here is a guide. This is a pill, right? This will shift your paradigm, right? You got to read it. I can't read it for you. Somebody says, where do you get it from? I'm gonna put the website up right now. Thank you for asking. We suggest that you go straight to RAS, right? So we could do direct contact, right? And you know, go right there, get the brother's book, also get the 5G book, and also get the book about rocks of all ages. All right, that's it. That's a classic.
All-time classic.
Yeah, if you want to learn
if you know about the serious information, you know, Nomo, man, I do want you to speak a little bit on that, on Poe and the Dogon, because we just hear people throwing that word out there, but I really don't think that people understand their connection or the importance of what Sirius represents. Europeans, once again, have ran with that and called it ISIS and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, our people don't really see themselves in cosmic origins. You feel me? They're wrestling with very terrestrial things like identity and, you know what I'm saying? The bag. You know, I don't think enough time is being, and this is why we're not represented in these harmonic convergences and conversations about the Star Nation and bringing family and tapping in. And when we throw up the diamond ships and everything, and you know, people are saying, "Oh, I've seen that and I'm witnessing it," but not enough people is like, "Shit, I called it. I speak to them people. I am them people." You know,
facts.
I don't see enough Prophet Yahweh's popping up amongst the younger generation. You know, and these people, these millennials and the younger generation, they have been raised by way of media, entertainment on a lot of this stuff, but I don't see too many. And then they on a lot of different. They on the fungus, they on the pills, they on the this and they on the that. I don't see a lot of breakthroughs though. Not how we used to see. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think enough information is being put in front of them that speaks directly to their connection, where they would get out there on July 4th, where they would get out there on December 31st, January 1st, when they would get out there on the Lions Gate of August 8th, and call upon their ancestors. You feel me? I don't see it.
I
They
knocked
keep
on
the Bureau. That's all these niggas be talking about. Everything is fucking the Bureau, right?
Is who?
The Bureau.
On the Bureau.
Yeah. Every time something cosmic, oh, that's the Bureau.
It's Naberu chalk. Niggas got that Naberu cloth. Look.
That's yeah.
Yeah, but they not, like you said, we need more breakthroughs. We need a little bit more of you know, where's the promoters who are putting together these collective outings or, you know, gatherings or retreats or convergences on these powerful dates so our people could really tap in and go all the way up, because that's what's going on right now. There are people that are really taking off. There are people that are really tapping in. There are people who are really experiencing. This is the age of experience. This is the age of experience. This is about, forget about watching it through YouTube or hearing about the shit. You know what I mean? This is about direct experience. You can have a user-based experience and experience God. I knocked on August 8th, I knocked on the door and God answered.
Talk about it. We're talking about.
That was the day on August 8th. That's the Lions Gate. I was with Uncle Hank and I tapped into the 5-MeO-DMT, that toad medicine. You know, this the same thing that got Mike Tyson looking like Mike Tyson again.
Yeah. Same thing that activated me. I was looking
the same thing that activated you.
I got footage of that.
I got footage of that too. Woo.
Yeah. I gotta bring that footage out.
I gotta do that too. I'm gonna say that you set it off though, Blue. You opened up the door. I think it was you and Kambata, right?
Nah, it was me
You
and
and Ty.
with me, Just B, and my dude Jehudi.
Yes, yes. Y'all tapped in.
That was in January. I went back. I think it was the day after our born day, November 15th, and I did a three hit
Okay.
total trip. Yeah,
And that's interesting because when I went back, huh?
I went in for 3 rounds that time.
I said that that's interesting because all of my rounds have been threes, right?
Okay.
The last time I did it, it was a 3-rounder, and at the third, I was on SpaceX, huh? I was on a Dragon, huh? And I did it. I think I did a Third Eye Thursdays. It's in the archives. Go and look it up, y'all. It's the Lionsgate August 8th Third Eye Thursday show. I had a halo. I was lit. Right after that, I went to see Mr. G. He was like, "Yo, fam, you glowing. Like there's a light coming from you." I was like, "Fam, I was on some Dr. Manhattan shit for about an hour ago. Like it was so much energy when I tapped in.
Yeah, so much.
It felt like a nuclear explosion. And then I showed in a lecture a week later that in a place called Archangel, Russia, there was a nuclear explosion on 8/8, the Lions Gate. Go and look it up, y'all. If you think I'm just here, mentally masturbating with you on a Sunday morning, like I got better things to do. There was a nuclear explosion. Let me stop. Let me not even say anything. But yeah, it's real. It's real in the field. I call that initiation. Initiation into the priesthood, initiation into godhood. Because it's one thing to study it, but then it's another thing to study self and find out that you're it. One of the because I got to get out of here in a minute. One of what I was going to share with Ross when he comes back is that the work that he does, the work that we were doing 10 years ago, going to the mounds and breaking and decoding and traveling with spirit, letting the spirit guide us and activating these grids.
Right.
I want to say that, I want to make a effort to kind of raise the bar on that so we could begin to have those gatherings with the same amount of people that we saw in the video with in fact when they marched on Stone Mountain. We can have a uniformed gathering where we're all wearing white,
right,
resonating on the white frequency. I like how you look in white and gold, right?
Yeah, talk about it.
And we go to these ancient grids, right? And we tap into a live and we're seen by hundreds of thousands of people, if not millions. You feel me? And we utilize the harmony, the harmonic frequencies that we create, the convergence that we create, and we make healing. Like, we make magic happen. We become the mystical magi's, all of us. We move as one. We go online, we become quantum. That is something that is, in the near future, right? That is something, even when Stone Mountain, the energy of Stone Mountain is reclaimed because the initiation already has started out. It got, when they go back and
it got activated. So August 8th, they have the Return of the Gods event right here in Atlanta. Shout out to Kateria. August 15th, 16th, that's the Heliacal Rising. That's going to be another celebration for NIP. We probably might need to go there. August 20th, I still have a date confirmed for Mount Shasta for the return of the retreat. That will be the anniversary, 3 anniversary for the last time I was there, which is also the anniversary for the total U.S. eclipse, which is also the anniversary for Project 1619, which is also the anniversary, I believe, for Marcus Garvey, right? On or around about them times.
Yeah.
That's Umar's B-Day, you know. So these are these pockets and these are these times that we can't afford to miss ceremonial ritual coming up this year.
Yeah, don't forget that ritual right there in Atlanta with you and AA.
The weekend of July 25th, and roughly 2 weekends from now, we are going to be doing a blowout event here in Atlanta. All right. The dark matter timing, okay, with me and AA Rashid, we're gonna go all the way in. So you could go to Eventbrite. You could go on IG. The link is in my bio if you can't get directly to Eventbrite, because people said they had trouble finding it by the title. Right?
Yeah.
So you could go to the link in my bio on Instagram. I'm at Blue Pillar 44.
Yes, Blue
Yeah.
Pillar 44.
Queen of Fu is doing something in Atlanta as well coming up. I'm gonna be on her show, I believe Wednesday on IG.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Lot
so
of
Ross
stuff.
back in the building.
Indeed. Let's bring Ross in.
Okay.
Yes, love.
Yes, I.
They don't want the link. They don't want the
No.
connection to get through. You know, they jamming
Yeah.
me up critical.
They can't
But
stop.
yeah, man. Truth told, though, I done shared what I wanted to share, man. To make sure we were aware of the Harmonic Convergence 2020. I got my message on the Mounds out.
How do they tap into the Harmonic Convergence event?
THC2020.org is the website. The Harmonic Convergence. THC2020.org. And I actually think it's starting in like an hour or two. You know, it's a 10-day event. Each day they got a lineup of speakers that the intention is to get everyone aligned on the same awareness and frequency. That on July 14th, we have the global meditation to call down the Star Nation. And if you're familiar with the Mayan calendar, you know, twice a year in the 260-day soul can counter days, they have what they call those galactic portals. It'll be like 10 galactic portal days straight in a row. That's what they're aligning these 10 days up with. And you see, for us, it aligns up with the time of the Sirius rising. Like we say, it's many different things, many different systems kind of all pointing to this time. But that's what these 10 days are from their point of view, you know? And so, like I say, man, they got a lot of indigenous, man. We have to be a part of this thing, you know? We do. I feel like, well, we know whatever we put our ashe into, it's magnified and magnetized, you know, magnificently.
Can I ask you this on some Magi type of time? Could we
say what?
I said, can I ask you this on Magi time?
Yeah, man.
Could we mystically open up a slot for red and blue pill to make our to tap into the convergence before those 10 days are over? There's a way, right? Because when there's a will, there's a way.
You mean for to like speak and be a part of it?
Facts.
Go to their site. And what I'll do is I'll connect you, because the organizers did it straight up. They reached out to me and asked me to link with y'all community.
Here we
make
go.
sure y'all are part of it. They know what it is.
Here we go. Let's say
like everyone listening, you were given a personal invitation. It's like I didn't go seeking them out, you know. They came and then they were like, yeah, please help energize, magnetize the conscious community, you know, those who took the red and the blue pill, please ask them to participate in this thing because they know what it is, you know. So what I'll do is I will just forward you an email. I'm gonna link you by email to the brother who reached out to me. His name is Amka.
I just want to show our audience, and I want to show the galactical family in real time how MAGI mysticism works. So when we pop up, I just want them to see how this thing started. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
You
I.
know, so that it is what it is. But I want to say thank you to everybody for tapping in. You got your instructions, you know, to tap in. Let me pull that up again. This is the website.
Ross, I need to know, are you still selling Black to the Roots? We have to do a whole episode on that. I've been touching on it.
Yeah, and my brethren, I mean, he's a
What's
call
his name?
I'd love to bring Dr. Shabazz on. Yeah, man.
Dr. Shabazz. We was forgetting his name. So thank you for reminding us, Dr. Shabazz. That information has resurfaced right now. It is of high importance. The research that he's done.
Yes.
So we got to tap into that.
We there. Books, they're gonna start flying too.
We there. So give thanks, and much love, honor, respect to everyone, and keep the faith because we creating our reality right here, right now.
You're done now.
No matter how whatever mirage Babylon throws up to invoke a fear frequency about times we're experiencing. Don't allow that to not let you tap into your power to here and now and knowing what time it really is. Yes, I.
Yes, I.
Respect and honor.
Peace, love, and light to Phil, to Rhonda, to all of the
family. Rhonda the heart is.
Yes.
Sister Kafunya. Yes, I. Much love. Salute. Yes, I.
Rise and power. Baba Kalindi, rise and power. Dr. Africa, rise and power. To Minister Hafiz, rise and power. To all of the Fredo Mutwa, talk black to me, rise and power. So this is the ring of power. This is the pantheon of power. These are this is who you put on your altar. This is who you thank. This is who you talk to. This is who you're grateful. This is who you give gratitude. Remember the power of gratitude. Let's talk about the metaphysics of gratitude. But we'll get back into that. But they're working.
Yeah, can I say something on that real quick?
Of course.
This traveling man trotted through my region and told me, say, yo, he got it from a download and a next source, synchronistic source confirmed it. Kalindi right now, Kalindi IE is holding open the Stargate for us right now.
Yes. I already know, bro.
Talk. They said he got a Stargate open at the port. He's holding the portal open.
I already know. He lit. You know what I'm saying? Because these
I'm just
fungus episodes
that came to me.
Next level.
Dropped it on me, and when he hit me with it, it hit me with such profundity, so profoundly.
Right.
I know it's real, so I just wanted to block that sound.
You already. Yes. I'm gonna end this show with some music. All right. Well, I'll be back.
Hold on, real quick.
All right, real quick.
I want to tell you it was sponsored by goldwater.com, GOLDEWATER. We still got to pay the bills. Also have a new clothing company I'm launching. It's called primalcloth.com, family. Check it out. Y'all been asking me about some of this drip. So that's where it's available at.
Yeah.
All right. With that said, do your thing.
Yes, indeed.
Netterflix.com, of course.
Yes, Netterflix.com. Also one of the sponsors, Netterflix.com. KingsCounty.BigCartel.com. We got some new designs, a new collection. New music on the way. Well, I'm calling it Red Summer. All right. The Jason months. That's coming on the way. A whole bunch of things. So love and light to the family. We will be back on Monday with Melanin Mondays. So tap back in tomorrow for Melanin Mondays. I'm gonna try to do it around 10 p.m. So between the hours of 10 p.m. and midnight, I will be back. All right. I'll throw the flyer out there. So look out for it. Make sure y'all go and get that book from Ross Ben. And Ross Ben, I was sharing before I get out of here that I'm willing that we bring the mystical tours to the pyramids and to the mounds, and then we go out 500 deep, and then we all go online because we got look. Hold on. This is how ancient future works. You know what I'm talking about? Ancient future, where you utilize the technology and all of the stuff today, right? The technology of today. This is so we could go live with 3 professional cameras.
Wow.
Right? It's like a studio, right? We could do that while we're on the mounds. Then I have this other, you know what I mean, producer lab. These are all high level technology that will step what we are doing up into TV quality. So when we broadcast the world, well, look, it's 1,000 of us in the morning on a Sunday, witnessing and paying and tapping in real time to this high frequency resonance, right? So imagine how many more we could get when we plan this out. So what is, like you said, the decoding is what you've been doing. When they go and see that video that you just put on your YouTube page, the way that you took the technology and you walked them through Philadelphia, you know, with the what do they call that? The view, the POV, point of view. You know what I mean? That is a way to teach people. It's like being on Google Maps and whatnot.
Yeah.
So we're gonna turn it up. We're gonna turn it up. We're going to will that we're gonna return to the mounds as a whole.
Yo, on that note,
Yeah.
right? These same ones, these harmonic convergence folk. I told you one group of them, what they do is work with grandparents of different lineages, right?
Facts.
They already put the momentum in motion to bring the Lenape grandmother here for a Mystic Philly tour.
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta we're gonna line it up where you there too. You report live and direct.
Live and direct.
Multiple platforms, something of that monument.
That's right.
That manifests, or when that manifests, yeah, it has to manifest on multiple platforms. So I'll keep you, you know, my feeling is through this 10-day event, I'm actually going to link her directly. I was told that she is excited to come. She's seen the Great Mystery Philadelphia videos I put up.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're going to make it happen, you know?
Oh man, that's gonna be monumental. The future is gonna be very kind to those who have been doing this work. I'm very excited for what tomorrow offers us. It's just gonna be great. Like I'm bringing you to New England, you know what I mean? And we're gonna do a whole New England, a complete New England. I'm talking about Rhode Island, Newport. We're gonna tap into Connecticut, Kings Philip's War. We're going to tap into all of these things. We're going to wake up all of these grids with the information and the knowledge, and we're going to do it in a way that it's going to look like a movie. So look, they keep asking us to come to Philly as well. I got about 4 or 5 of those Philly requests.
We'll make it happen.
If y'all want the pills to come to Philly, put the fire emoji so we could see that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we'll make it happen. I can make it happen.
Make that happen, you know? Because I'm
down to one art.
We got to bring Phillips. Yeah, we got to bring
or even Black and Nobel. Hawk might have a spot. You know, we'll build with Hawk. We'll make it happen, man.
Yeah, Hawk always got a spot. You know what I'm talking about? We did the Black Church about a year. I think it was a year ago. Yeah, it was a year ago to this time. It was in July. Remember Blue?
Yeah, with Pam Africa. Rest in peace to the elder that just transitioned as well.
Yes, rest in peace to the elder. I believe his name was Delbert Africa. He rose in power we did a lecture with Professor Smalls. Mama Pill was in the audience, right? And it was thrown by Black and Nobel. Mr. G got that footage. I'm gonna put that footage on Netflix when I gotta link up with Mr. G. So look at all of the Philly emojis of fire. So look, we're gonna be Filth Moore will be in Philadelphia this summer. That is a fact.
Yeah, we're gonna make that happen.
Yeah,
we're gonna make that happen.
Sure. All right.
Maybe we'll do whether we line it up with the Lenape Princess or not, we could just do like a massive Mystic Philly tour.
Look, we're doing
that would just be get set and raw,
right.
Line up the transportation for us. We roll with buses.
I got access to coaches as well where I'm at in buses. So we could set off a coach from Atlanta. We could send a coach off from the DMV. We could send a coach off from the New York, NYC tri-state area. And we could send a coach off from where I'm at. And we could converge. This is about the convergence, especially in this post-corona world where they're trying to stop us from being amongst each other, because us coming together is almost like
magnetic.
Woo! It's ultra magnetic. It's ultra magnetic.
Ultra magnetic.
You just reminded me. I gotta show y'all this because we got new music on the way.
Yes, sir. Respect, brothers. Much
yes.
love.
Salute, King.
Every time.
Every time. New music. Follow me on TikTok. Don't at me and don't judge me. Follow me on TikTok. Yeah, TikTok is lit.
It's so magnetic. It was recognized as ultra. They weaponized the culture. They recognized the vultures. Blue pillar. It's so magnetic. KT the art. It was recognized as ultra. Care about it. They weaponized the culture. We went from Eugene Adams, searching for the blacks in China, to searching through these back pages for some black China and some black vagina. We went from the UNIA and the black starliners to some black masons, black shriners, buying crack from the miners. Went from dapper damn black designers to some Gucci turtlenecks, black
short B was moving on up.
Sherman Helmsley. But the shooters is shooting on up. There's nightmares on Elm Street. Computers they booting on up. I'm dream chasing through the Jason months. As above, so below.
Woo-hoo. Cook, nigga, cook. Yeah, that project is coming very, very soon. All right, look out for that. That Red Summer. All right, Blue. I see you. We're gonna end this with Prince. All right. I need y'all to be lit today. So we're gonna end this on Purple Like Prince. Yeah. When that summer begins, we purple like Prince.
Let's get it.
Yeah. Talk black to me.
He's the master of his masters. I can do business with you, right? Master's talking to a master, not a master talking to a slave, a sovereign. I'm gonna license you, my materials. You don't own my materials anymore. But I'm gonna take the big chunk over here to the homie. That's why I have no issue with people calling him a master mason. You damn right, he's the master of his catalog. He's the master of his words.
Yeah.
He's the master of his archives. You feel me? He's the master of the
Shout out to Shula the Dawn.
We've seen a demise.
Woo.
I'm on 100%. Blue purple like Prince.
Yeah.
Red and blue purple the Benz.
The Benz.
Change up the circle of friends.
Change them.
The nether circle the twins.
Circles.
75 ever since.
Circles.
70 watts in the fence.
Benz.
Red and blue purple like Prince. Prince. 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 We feeling the urge, killing the purge. Buzzers electric, we feeling the surge. Feeling the words, killing the birds with immunity. Pillars of unity.
Done.
This is the age of the Ultron. This is the same stage of the Pope.
This is the safe you can smoke on. Copper pound. Came on the scene, I was copper down. All I was missing was copper crown. Summer 16, I turned copper brown. Look for revenge in the copper town. Captain New Jersey and copper crown. 21 gun salute, chopper sound. My power pieces, the crystal be talking, the clock they be talking. King County clothing, yeah, King of New York, and I'm Christopher walking, the missiles and barking. Pistols be talking, 20-foot cameras when country, the grammar, the comes in English.
I'm on 100%.
100
Red and blue, purple like Prince.
Prince.
Red and blue, purple, the Benz.
Change up the circle of friends. The netable circle the twins. 75 ever since. 70 wives in the fence. Red and blue, purple like Prince. 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 Charges in federal. Ooh, ooh. Medical.
Full of vegetables, all at the festivals, heart no cholesterol, sharp on those episodes. I'm on 100%. I like when summer begins. I need my hundreds and tens. I need 100%.
What?
Go independent like Prince.
Prince,
I'm
nigga.
on 100%. I like when summer begins.
Woo.
I need my hundreds and
And
tens.
10s.
I need 100%.
100.
I like when summer begins.
Whoa. 100, nigga. Yeah, that part. Peace,
Yeah,
y'all.
You gotta get the sound effects up, man. The hell is going on?
My sound effects.
Yeah, we need a bomb and all that.
I know. I gotta hook the soundboard up.
You gotta, whoop. Yeah.
Oh
all
no, that's
that.
coming. That's coming. Shout out to everybody though. Yo, yeah. Let's keep cooking. All right, let's keep cooking.
Absolutely, y'all.
And
Yo, the weekend ain't over, family. It's never too late for a breakthrough, man. Harness this energy. Do not let it dissipate. Go all the way up. You dig what I'm saying? We're expecting some miraculous things to take place today because all that energy got beamed off that moon last night. You feel me? So do not let it dissipate. Don't be complete.
Yeah. I'm going to the studio right now. I got an 8-hour session. That's why I'm trying to get up. Yeah.
I'm going to the mountains.
You going to the mountain? I'm going to the stew to tap in. I'm going to be creative. I'm letting y'all know that we are bringing back more Fire Fridays. I wanted to say that before we tapped out. We're going to bring back more Fire Fridays. More Fire Fridays is when we're going to be playing music. They just did something with StreamYard where we could bring 10 people in here, maximum 10. So we're going to be doing a show. We're going to be doing shows with some of our Patreons. We're going to be doing shows with some of our master students, and we're going to be having roundtables, and we're going to open up more Fire Fridays so y'all could come on the show and put your art out there in front of the world. But your music has to have a certain, you got to pass, you know, it has to be, it's going to pass this shit is going to be like The Voice. If the chairs don't turn around, you know, your music don't play. You gotta have a filter system.
Yeah, I gotta let's wrap this up. I gotta make moves.
Yeah, peace to the family, love and light.
All right, y'all. Peace.